What's up, everyone? Brandon from Reach Home Loans, and I want to talk a little bit about how to save your buyers money at the time of closing. Now, it's going to reduce their out-of-pocket costs, making things a little bit easier if they're a little tight on funds between their down payment and settlement costs. Now, normally we can say this is done with a credit of some sort, but there's actually another way to reduce those out-of-pocket expenses at the time of closing, and that's with waiving your escrows. Now, I'm not talking about the money that's deposited with the title company, so not that escrow. What I'm referencing are the property taxes and homeowners insurance that are collected by the lender at the time of closing to establish an escrow account where your borrower or buyer will continue putting taxes and insurance every single month as part of their mortgage payment. But this doesn't have to be done. Most lenders require that a borrower put at least 20% down on a property to be able to waive their escrows. However, we're one of the few lenders I know of that will allow someone who's getting a conventional mortgage with as little as 3% down to waive their escrows, and we allow it up to 100% financing on VA mortgages. And I'm not aware of anyone else who's offering that. Now, this doesn't mean they're exempt from the taxes and exempt from the insurance. It just means that at the time of closing, they're not going to have to put 4 months of property taxes and 3 months of homeowners insurance into an escrow account with the lender. So this means it reduces the total amount of money needed at the time of closing. So like I said, if you have a buyer who's short on funds between their closing costs and their down payment, this will help alleviate that a little bit. They're still going to owe money for property taxes and homeowners insurance in the months in which those are due. However, they'll only be paying it once per year instead of as part of their monthly mortgage payment. Now, you can actually waive one of the two. You don't have to waive taxes and insurance. Some borrowers may opt to just waive taxes. Others may opt to just waive insurance. Another benefit of waiving the escrow is that your buyer will not run into an escrow shortage issue the following year. So normally, when you buy a property, your tax bill for the year in which you close is based on what the previous owner or the seller of the home was paying in property taxes. However, the following year, it's going to be reassessed. And when that happens, it causes the taxes to go up 99% of the time. And that creates what's known as an escrow shortage with the lender, because the lender was collecting property taxes based on the prior year's tax bill, which once again I said is going to be lower than what the new tax bill will be. So when the new tax bill comes out and it's higher than the previous tax bill, it creates that shortage. By waiving your escrow for at least the tax portion of your escrow, it prevents that from ever happening. Your buyer and borrower will still have to pay the taxes come November when they're due. However, they're not going to have it as part of their monthly payment, and they won't have a shortage. Now, most lenders to waive escrow charge a fee, meaning a portion of a discount point to allow the borrower to do that, because it's actually creating more risk for the lender. And the reason I say that is a property tax lien can actually go in front of a mortgage lien. And a lender always wants to stay in first lien position, meaning they'll get paid first when the home is sold. However, if a tax bill is not paid, that tax lien goes in front of the mortgage lien. Lenders don't want that. When it comes to the insurance, well, if the insurance doesn't get paid for the property and something were to happen to the home where it's catastrophic, well, the lender's left holding the bag because there's no insurance on the property. This is why lenders prefer that a borrower actually escrow. However, waiving the escrows, like I said, with us, there's no additional charge to do it. So it's the same interest rate, same cost, same closing costs, same lender fees. Those do not change just because your buyer is waiving escrow with us. Now, the important thing is that they need to decide if they're going to do this prior to us closing and funding the loan. Now, there are times where they can go to the loan servicer after the fact and ask that the escrows be waived, but it's just extra work on their part that's unnecessary. If they want to waive escrow, we can do it at the time that we're underwriting the loan, not after we close. Very important. Once again, if you have buyers who are in the market buying a property, they have money for their down payment, enough money to cover their closing costs, but maybe they're short a few $1,000s that would be needed to establish an escrow account, give us a call. We're happy to speak with them, seeing if waiving escrow is something that makes sense for them and something they'd be comfortable with. And as always, Brandon Brotsky, Reach Home Loans. Look forward to speaking with you.